Wait, you didn't think this movie was really bad?
No, I do think this movie was really bad.
Sorry.
And I'm just embarrassed for how hard it seemed like they were trying to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was clearly very high budget. They got some really big names to star in it. And it just, none of it came together for me. There was nothing, like, to make a movie like that. And I would hate to be at, like, the premiere of that movie as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
You know? It's pretty harsh review on my end, but it sounds like you guys might have similar thoughts. Yeah, what I was saying was I didn't catch too much of the really. I mean, obviously, I was like, this is a woman movie. It's about women and being badass women and cool, whatever. But I was much more distracted because I get really distracted when I find that people are trying too hard to do shit like that. Because I actually find that to be pandering and insulting to women.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, do you think they're dumb?
Well, they weren't badass women.
No, they weren't.
Did you respect any of them? Because I didn't.
Well, and there was no. I think the reason why I didn't think about the woman angle that much is because the movie I felt was so bad that was more distracting to me. Like, I didn't find that they were badass women. I mean, obviously they knew karate and could shoot guns really well. Like, okay, cool. But it was the fact that, like, I don't know, there was a part where this woman's being chased and there's a train going by and somehow she just appears on the train.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, they tried to do, like, I don't know if you can remember this if you're watching a movie, but like someone standing on the other side of the street and a bus comes in between the shot and the person and they disappear. They did that in this movie, except it was in a subway train, so the train's going, 80 miles an hour, however fast. And she's standing on the other side of the train, and then the train passes her, but then she's on the train.
Yeah.
Like, just magic. She just did magic.
And there was...
They didn't develop the characters in a way, and I'm trying like not to assign too much like actual like malice to the people writing this movie in the sense of like it's a movie, it wasn't really that fucking offensive. It's okay, I can cuss, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it's a silly movie, whatever. I wish it was sillier or better.
Yes,
It came in because like if it was sillier, then it would be like a funny or a fun movie. It wasn't good, but it would be funny or fun.
Totally agree.
But they didn't develop the characters in any kind of way that made you care about them. They just, and this is assigning a little bit of malice, so this may not be true, but it's like, woman does cool thing, therefore you, woman, care about that woman.
Yeah.
End of, you're invested now, which is like,
yeah, when
you have the beginning with her and Sebastian Stan, who I thought was one of the better parts of the movie, which sad, but they're talking, they've like never kissed before, never fucked before, whatever. It seems like that. Like they've never actually explored the side of their relationship. Then they have sex one time and then he like does whatever he does. And then she's like, I must avenge. And it's like they have some kind of romance that you're supposed to care about because there's one flashback scene of them laying in bed together, which just, what? No,
attempting to care about any one of these characters is actually impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
really.
Selma Hayek, I feel like. Or not Selma Hayek. Penelope Cruz. I cared about Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz was good.
I did.
I like Penelope Cruz.
That was it.
Okay, so just none of this makes any sense. And then the part that really, really gets me, is the way that it winds up going south is there's a young lady inside. Jessica Chastain's character goes up. She's the girl that plays the famous actress in Inglourious Basterds. I don't remember her name. But Jessica Chastain's character goes inside. And this lady, wearing a black shirt, works in this cafe. And they have a conversation. She gets like a drink or whatever. The lady who works in the cafe comes out, spills the drink on Jessica Chastain, takes the bag, dips out. Takes the bag, dips out. The guy winds up running for some reason. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah.
And then they realize that the bag he brought had nonsense, like just a bunch of bullshit in it.
So that's when he started chasing him.
So that's when Nick starts chasing the Colombian dude.
Why?
And Jessica Chastain. Yeah, none of this makes any sense. Jessica Chastain starts chasing the blonde
the other
girl from Inglourious Basterds. Don't know her name. Okay, so all that's fine. Here's the problem. Obviously, and this is confirmed later, but even as you're watching it, you know this. The girl who took the bag and ran, this was planned by her. So she's a spy of some kind. She's somebody. She was not working with the Colombian guy.
Right.
Obviously. That's also apparent.
Yes.
So those two facts are in your head. She's a spy and not working with the Colombian guy. How the fuck did she have a job at the cafe where they happened to meet. How was she employed there?
Yeah. How did she know about the drop? How did she know about the exchange?
Look, she could know about the drop. She could know about I'll leave that all up to espionage. So she could be a patron.
Yeah.
She couldn't have a fucking job there. She couldn't be employed there. That's not possible.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. Unless she's just the luckiest spy of all. Oh, wow, they're happening to meet at the place where I have my cover job while I'm in country. No. That's what I mean when I say insulting. It's like that level of bullshit is just, to anyone that can think, it's like, that's so fucking stupid. And it didn't have to be that way. Like, I don't understand. She could have just been passing by.
Yeah, easily.
She could have shot somebody. Like, you could do that in so many ways if you wanted to introduce this character in that exact same situation.
Right.
That isn't she works at this cafe for no... Like, what?
Yeah.
How many cafes are in Paris? A lot.
You would know. And so they just go, oh, you're not going to tell us where it is? So they, one by one, they just killed everybody that they cared about. And I was like...
And it was dope.
Yeah, that was awesome. And you know what? Shame on them for not giving us more to care about with these people, because by the time that happened, I didn't actually feel anything.
No, you don't care at all.
I wanted to clap. I was like,
I was
thank
hyped.
God something subversive actually happening.
Yeah.
It's like and I'm glad they didn't shoot the children.
No
'cause I feel
balls
like that
for
would
not
be
killing
out
the
of
kids.
character. I think it would be
Absolutely
out of
no
character
balls.
for the movie at that point. It would be like, wow, y'all are taking a turn real late in this.
balls.
But I think shooting those two guys, I was like, fuck yeah.
Well,
You're something.
here's the crazy thing too, is maybe they know that they had no character depth, because I actually would have cared more if they killed Penelope Cruz's family, because I think they actually,
you
as
see
an
her
actress,
care about them.
Yeah, you see her care,
Yeah.
you see her tear up, you see her talking on the phone with her kid and with the husband. Like,
I cared about her.
I did, yes, I
she
actually.
was my favorite one out of all of them.
Because she's the most attractive.
But
Well, it's because she was pretending. I feel like
Halo
her acting was acting as somebody who was not a part of this whole.
Yeah.
We're super serious spy. Like, she was almost comic relief, which I
It's-
think made her like refreshingly, like, oh, okay, this person is like believable in the sense of like a therapist who's working for the FBI or the Colombian FBI or whatever. Like, this is probably how they would act in this situation.
and doesn't want to be there. You kind of feel for her because she's in this position she shouldn't be in. So
Yeah,
if something
semi-realistic.
bad actually happened to her, I would have actually been a little torn up about it. But
The
they
movie
didn't.
could have made you feel something by killing her family.
Exactly. Yeah, they could have made you feel something, and they didn't.
They decided to not.
And they just killed all these other people. But I think in their minds, when they were making this movie, they were like, "This is going to be a really gnarly part because we're just going to actually kill people." Which I've always think in hostage situations, like, or if you're trying to interrogate, and if you don't care, like, you would just start killing people. Be like, okay, well, I'm just going to start killing your whole family until you tell me what I want to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they actually did that, and maybe they thought that was going to be this really epic part of this movie, but it just wasn't. I enjoyed it because they did something,
Yeah,
but
it was
just
funny.
It was funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was actually like the funny part of the movie.
Yeah, it
When
was
they
the
murder
highlight of the
people these
movie
people
for
care
me.
about.